Okay, so yesterday what and all we have studied. So we have studied about like different types of styles. Okay, so first of all, why we are rating the style? So to make the website looks good or align a text and everything. So we are doing a CSS. Okay, so now I want to work for the next okay, so I for next topics we are going to be covered. So before that, I will go here. So elements we have studied, and CSS we have studied. CSS we have studied. Okay, there are inline, internal, external. So inline, internal, external. Okay. See, I will tell one thing. Okay. So simple method if you follow means you can clear the interview. So interview means what? So there are two process will be there. First they will what? They will start with the starting. Okay, what is the starting? They will start with HTML. You have a 10 years experience also, you have a 1 year experience also. They will start with the what is Java, what is HTML. Okay, so for that, first you have to start with the basic. You should have a proper knowledge of each content. Okay, so now what is the each content knowledge essence? So yesterday we have discussed about the heading, paragraph, and everything. Okay, so daily you have to work for 10 topics. Every day, what is the study plan essence? Yesterday I have explained the some topics. So there is a recorded video is there. You have practiced after the session. You have practiced it, and if you want, you can make your own notes. Then it's finished. Okay, so then yesterday we have studied about the attribute and all. Okay, so every day morning you have woke up at 7 or 6 o'clock. Then you have gone through the what is it? Like you have to go through. Either you have made a notes of your by referring a video, or else you can go through this link as well. So what you have to do means so you are going here morning you are woke up at 6 a.m and you have to recap 10 topics every day. So what is the recaps? Is it possible, is it necessary to read all those things? No. What is HTML means you have a conceptual idea. Oh, what is HTML? HTML is a hypertext markup language. It is used to create the web pages. That's it. For one time you have to read all those lines. Okay, let's say HTML stand for the hypertext markup language. HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages. HTML describes the structure of the web pages. HTML consists of a series of elements. So this is called an element. If you want to make a one sentence, so HTML is to create a web pages, and it is a markup language to creating a web pages, and it containing a multiple series of elements. That's it. Then basic. So what is the structure? There is a doc type. Every HTML is having the start and end type. A body will be there. This is the minimal set of a HTML thing. The next is element. What is element? So anything between the start and end tag, that is an element. So what is a tag? So H1 is a tag and a paragraph is a tag. So anything in between the start and end tag, that is called an element. Then what is an attribute? So attribute, it is coming with the first tag of the element. So image we have seen. So you no need to remember all those things. Everything is, if you just click means it is automatically it will come. So for that we will go for the next set of topics. So before that, uh, okay, then you have a confusion like, sir, whether we have to refer this one or video. So I will suggest you go through a video, because every video is having a different set of example. So you just by referring a video, you have to make a note of it, and every day you have to work on it. Every day morning you have to recap. So today is the 10 topics over, tomorrow is a 10 tomorrow is a 10 topics, day after tomorrow 10 topics. Within the 3 days you have prepared for a HTML for the interview level, whether it is a fresher level or a experience level. So if you do this habit for 1.5 month, then you can clear the interview by yourself. Okay, so this practice is done for the more than n number of hundreds of students. Okay, so let's come for the our Visual Studio Code. So how to open Visual Studio Code? I will tell one more time. I will close this one. I will go to the folder. So where is my folder? In the D drive, training batches, and so you have to create a folder. So here what happens? I will make a one folder here. I will select all, cut it, and I will make a one more folder. That folder name should be HTML. So okay, all the files, all the files I will paste here. Okay, so HTML is there. I will make a one more folder. That is the folder name is CSS. Why I am making it like this means, so it will be organized structure way we am storing the data. So just I have opened the HTML CMD. So this is the command prompt, CODE space. How to open I will tell. So you have opened a HTML folder and click here, type CMD and hit enter, then CODE space dot. Okay, so it is open. Okay, so now what happens? So now inside HTML folder, so I will create a one more file. So that is called a index. So it will initializing some of the packages which I already installed. So that's why it is taking us some time. Extension it is adding. So INDEX index 5.html. Okay, so I have created the one more file. So then just I will type a doc. So it will give the basic structure of HTML file. We know this one. So I will add a h2. So now what we are going to study now? Now we are going to study with the what you can say. Uh, Yesterday we have gone through the this one, right? What we can say, links. So links is like a, it is redirecting from one page to the another page. So now we are going with the next topic is called tables. Okay. So what is the next topic? So tables. So why we need a table? So first I will write a tables, Control S, right click, open with the live server. So it is going to be open a file. So where it is running inside my local system 127.0.0.1 So this is a your local server where it is, if someone is asked means if you run the program where it will run means, so it is running in my local server. So this system IP, this is called a system IP 5500 is a port. If you're running a one more same program one more time, so it will open with the same port. So if you want a multiple program, you have to open one more Visual Studio. If you run this, now there it is running 5501 it will come. If you open a one more Visual Studio, if you run means 5502. So like that, with the same server, you have a same server with a multiple port. You have 1,000 also, it will run 1,000 applications. Okay, first we'll go for the table. Okay, so what is a table? The table is a one thing, it is going to be store the Uh, okay, why we need a table first of all? If you just search for the Google table, see, you are going to be see your result, so that is in the table. If you're writing a mathematical calculation, so that is in the table. So anything, if you want to display some of the list item in the table, so if you just see here, so table will be something like that. To write the numbers, you need a table. Uh, so like that, wherever it's like a multiple calculation chart is there. So table in the sense, it is the rows and columns it will be involved. Okay. So how to do in the program? So I think many people are seen the like if their exam result where it is showing. So it is a in the table only. Exam result if you just search here. So if you just go for the images, see your attendance list should be in the table. So this is the VTU list is in the table. So everything, anything it is visible on the rows and columns, so that is called a table. So when to show the rows and columns, so you should decide. If you want to display the student result, you have to go with the table. Okay. So how to write a table here? Okay. So table, I will go here. First, the tag is a table. So as I told, every HTML element is having a start and end tag. So this is the table. Okay. So what is the default table structure? So table structure will be so table header, table row, table data like that. Okay. So let's say this is the one table, and if you want to, this is the one row, and this is the second row, and you have a rows like this. Let's assume. So I have drawn a table this one. Okay, let's assume. So this is called a one set. This is called a table row. This is called a table column. So now we are going to design a table. So table is defined. So then I want to define this one table header. So for that table row and a table header something ID and a table header name, table header roll number, table header semester. Okay, so this is the table row. So save it, right click, open with the live server. So how it looks now? So it will looks like this in the row. Why? Because so I have used a table row. So I want to define the table data. So again I will use a tr for the table row. So inside a table data, so id will be 100, table data name should be something Virat, and again table data is a roll number is a something some roll number like this, and semester will be fifth. Sorry, table data fifth. Control S. If I just go here, see this is a one table data. So if you want to repeat means, so you have to use a multiple table row with a different data. Control S, run it. Okay, so this is the table. To change the see I am copy pasted, but if you add a different data, so dynamically we can add a different data. So now it looks very odd. Odd is the very basic, and it's not looks that much good and all. So how to do like good design? So the best approach is right click. I will do write a what you can say CSS here only. I will just select the table. I will write a border one pixel solid blue. Okay. See, CSS, you don't worry, okay? In the CSS section after completion of HTML, we are writing a more number of CSS tags and all. Okay. So if I little bit, if I make a table border like that, it looks good. Okay. So what I will do, if I reload means it is going, it will goes. So for that, I will write a inline style here. The style I will write for the table because this for this element I am writing the style. Open close brace border. I will take a 2 pixel solid blue. See, this is a border. I want to set a border for 2 pixel is the size. Solid means it will be say thickness and the color will be blue. So Control S. If I just go to the browser, so it will like this. So I want to apply for this table header, table row, table data. How to do? So for that, I will go here, table header, table uh, data, and table row. Control S, run it. Yeah. What is a mistake? I will just remove this one. Control S. Yeah. So what is the next table? Next hierarchy is a table row and a table H and a table data. Okay, so how to write for this one? Table row, table data, comma, 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 Control S. So here what happens now? Little bit looks good. Okay, at least somewhat good. So there is a something gap is there. Okay, so you no need to worry about CSS, what border and everything. Okay, just HTML part you know. How what you have to know? Table. This is a table row. This is the table header, and this is a table row, and this is the table data. Okay. So now what happens? So here it is a some gap is there. How to fill the gap? So here one border collapse. Control S. See how it looks now. So here some the text is assigned left and here it is making a gap and all. So how to do this one? So for that text align center. Control S. If I just save it, so now it is the center align. So this is how we are going to be or write what you can say CSS. If I just okay, I want to make a space center line means how to do this one. So I will just use a padding 10 pixel. You don't worry about what happening and everything. Just understand. Okay, see how it looks now. So padding means it is going to be create a space between the every element. Okay, so now it will looks good. So you got to know right what is the power of CSS. If I just I will comment it. How to comment it? Control forward slash is means comment. Comment means what? It is disabled. It is visible, but it is a no use. Control S. See, if I given us this type of data, is it looks good? No. So that's why we are writing a CSS. Control forward slash means it's a uncomment. Control S. If you just go here, so now it looks good. Okay, so this is the table. So once you become a software engineer, no, throughout your life you are going to be work with the tables only. Okay, because you need to display the data means you have to show the table. Okay, so which topic we have covered? So table we have covered. Okay. So if you want to apply styles and all everything, so uh, we know this one how to do and all. So just you understand how the table will be there. Okay. So you can set the border, different types of borders and all. So if you know this much means so that is more enough. So what is the table? The next will come the a list after a table. So that is a list. When to need a list? If I just go here, Zomoto. Okay, Zomoto. Everybody know the Zomoto. So I think everybody is ordered of or Swiggy you ordered. So if you want, if you see the food list, what is this one? So that is the list. Okay. So this is a list of what you can say best food in Bangalore. So this is going to be give the list collections. So trending dining restaurants Bangalore. So this is called a list. Okay. And what you can say. So these are all the called a list because this is the hotel list. So if you search for the something vegetarian food near me, so you can just search. Okay, so it is going to be give the vegetarian food a list nearby. So this is all called a list only. So if you just hit enter, so automatically it is going for the search. So if you want to see the what you can say fast food, healthy food delivery, so you're going to be find the list. So if you go for the hotel, what they will the menu list. So wherever if you want to see the items, so that is in the list. Okay, so this is a one list is there. So like that, we have a HTML list only. Again, if you become a software engineer, once you become a software engineer, then again you have to work a daily list and tables. So then how to create a list? So this is the table we know. So what I will do, I will use the same page, then I will use a one horizontal line. So then here I will use a H2 the lists. So there are two types of lists are there. One is the order list, one more is a unordered list. First we'll go for the unordered list. UL means unordered list. So LI means list item. So something called a ghee. I will add up one more milk. LI milk ghee and mm, curd. Save it. H1 the unordered list. Control S. We'll go to the browser. See, this is a one list is there. So this is called a unordered list. If you want to define a order list, so H1 ordered list LI. What is the order list? Order list something like for example, juices I will take. Pomo. Sorry if the spelling mistake. Sorry. So first, what I have to do? Order list I have to take OL and pomegranate, mango, pomegranate, mango, and one more is called what is this one? Uh, Chiku. Save it. We'll go to here. So this is the unordered list. It is coming with the icons. Order list is coming with the numbers. Okay. So that is the order list and the unordered list. Okay. So then, okay. So now what I want to do? So I want to display some of the styles here. So instead of this one, square is there, right? This is the icon. So if you want to display the different styles, so for that, style, yeah, 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 tell me. Yes, 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 sir. Huh. UL means unordered list. U for unorder, L for list, O for order, L for list. No, it is a predefined. It is the standard. So we cannot. These are all the universal standard with respect to the browser, with respect to the language. So this is the universal standard. So you might having a different types of browser. So I am using a Chrome, somebody using Mozilla, somebody using Internet Explorer. With respect to the browser also, this is the universal standard. I cannot use like a something unordered list as full word. So this is the UL is a unordered list, OL is a order list. So that is the standard defined by the WWW organization, World Wide Web. Okay. So is this is the now clear? Yeah. Okay. It's good. So here I have I, by default, what is happening here? Here the square is something round is there, I think. So I want to use a something called a circle or something. So just type a list style type. Okay. So see, these are all the different types. Circle is there, decimal is there. These are all the different. So I will use the square. Control S. If I just go here, now it is a square is there. So list style type. You don't want any style here. So just use a done. Control S. If I just go here, so there's nothing is displayed here. So now what I want to do, I want to replicate this Swiggy. Okay, this one I want to replicate. Okay, so how to replicate? I will use this one only. Right click, inspect. Okay, I will take a Control X. So I already know this one, the list item. How to add image? By using the img tag. We know this one. What is the source? So that is the image source URL. So this is the alternative text is optional. Either you can use or else leave it. Okay, so this is the one image. The next is what I will use this one. Is this one truffle something like that. Control X. So I will remove the milk. I will use the img because I am going to be add an image in the list. Inside a source, I will copy paste this one. Control S. I will just minimize this one and I will close this one. I will use a SLV corner restaurant. Right click, inspect. I will go here. I will select this one. Control X. Again, I will remove curd. I will add a image tag. So image tag, what it will do, it will add images. So this is the source means what, where, what is the source of image, means where the image is coming from. So this is in the cloud server of zomato.com data. So I am fetching from there. Control S. If I just go here, see here how it looks now. But I want to write a height and width for this one. So right click. See, I'm in the CSS we are going to be deal more, so you no need to worry about this one. Okay, so display inline. So we need to pass the display inline for all the three. Okay, so as like we can do, but we need to understand the full CSS. So I can do here, but again it will getting a confusion because in the CSS part we are going to be learn all the deeper way. So just I will show a little bit of a smaller topics. So I want to align all images should be standard size. How to do this one? I will, the height will be around 100 and 100 pixel, or else I will make 200 pixel is a height, and the width I will not mention. So I will take a border. Okay, so it will looks around it good. So I will copy this one. Okay, copy. So here what happens, if I reload means it will goes. So for that I will just go here. I will open close brace here, the li, control V, control S. If I just go here, so why it has happened like this in the sense, so we have to go with the one by one element. So instead of this one, I will make a one class here. I will make a one class A. Copy, copy. Still it is not happened. Why? Because so inside a list, so we have a img tag. Got it? So this is the rounded corner. This is the list item. Okay, and display inline. Uh, Inline block. Control S. Yeah. This one I need to write for UL LI open close brace and display inline block. Got it? So it will show like this. Okay, so this is a simple what we can say words. So then we are going to, we want to add a words here. So just we need to add one more thing called a span. So what is the first one? First name. The first name is something Asha Tiffins. So Asha Tiffins. So span is also one tag. Okay, so I will just use a second one is what? Truffles. Truffles. Third one is what? SLV Corner Restaurant. SLV corner. Control S. Okay, close it, close it, close it. See here. So we can write in the below, but again we need to write a CSS. So this is a list. Why we need a list? You got it right. So table to display the content in the table. So you need a table, and the list is a one thing to display the list. Okay. So this is a important question. See, nowadays they will ask in the interview. So open Zomato website. So do design like this. They will ask because nowadays, like after coming to ChatGPT and all, they are going to be asked what you should know the practical. What is the Java? What is HTML? It is the starting point. It will do. Then later it is going to be they will ask for the right practical things. Okay, so this is how we can have a different list and all. So once you complete this one, no, you are going to be write a Swiggy Zomato clone. Okay, next. So now what I want to do, the next topic. So list is over. Next is a block and a inline. See, this is a pakka interview question. What is the block level element and what is the inline element? So for that, what I will do, I am going to be take a one more file. I will close this one. I will take a index6.html and the document. So h2 block and the inline elements. So first of all, what is an element? So anything in between the start and end tag, so that is called an element. So now here what we are going to do, so block level and inline element, it is there. So now I want to define a one block level element first. First H1, the block level element. And what does it mean? So just I will use a some sentence. So what is the element? Block level element. It is taking the entire width of the screen. Next paragraph is, and it will go to the new line after every element. Okay. Go to the new line. Okay. So this is the block level element. So then I will add a one more horizontal line. So next one is what? H1 inline element, and then I will take one paragraph. Inline element takes as much space is required. So inline element take as much space is required, and it will not go for the new line. Okay, so what does it mean? What I am going to discuss here. So there are two types of elements in the HTML. One is called a block level element, and one is called a inline element. Okay, so just I want to run it, right click, open it the live server. So let's close all these things. The first one is what a block level element, and second one is a element. What is the discussion? Block level element, it is taking the entire width of the screen and it will go for the new line. Whereas inline element, it takes as much space is required and it will not go for the new line. So just will understand. Right click, inspect. I will select this one. If I mouse over means, see, it is taking the entire width of the screen. Again, same thing. I will go with the span here. Span. See, it is taking the entire width. See, this green blue line you are going to see, right? This is the, it is taking the entire width of the screen. Again, if same thing, if I use means inline, see, it is taking the as much space is required. Inline element, how much space is required? It is required until here. Same thing, if I use, it is taking the entire width of the screen. So here H1 is a block level element, span is an inline element. So block level element taking the entire width of the screen, whereas the inline element taking the as much space is required. And second sentence. So and it will go for the it will go to the new line. What does it mean? So I will use a H1 new. It will go for a next or a new line. Again, I will use a one more span here. It will not go for a new line. See, the block level element and it will go for the new line. What is that element? So that is the new element. Whereas the span, I have used one span here, another span here. Okay. See, this is the one span, this is the one span. So what we got to know? So block element, it is taking the entire width of the screen. If you add a element, it is taking the new line and it is going for the entire width. Whereas a inline element, it is taking the as much space is required and it will not go for the new line. So what are the examples? If you just Google it, block and inline elements. See, here are the block element. All these elements are, it is taking the entire width of the screen. Whereas the inline elements. So these are all the elements, it is taking the as much space is required. So your inline element is the this much. Some text, this much text means, so it will take a that much space. Got it? So you have a this much text, so it will take a that much space is required. Okay, let's say Control S, we will go here, reload it. So it will not take the entire width of the screen here. So it will take as much space is required. So you will see, you will find the what is called. This is called a block level element, and these are all the inline elements. So you just have a look on the later. Okay. See here. If I just mouse over means it is taking as much space is required. This is a span element. It is taking as much space is required. But here it is taking the entire width of the screen. See here. So which will take the entire width of the screen. So that is called a block level element, which is taking as much space is required. So that is called a inline element. If you answer this much in the interview means, so then it is very clear. So you have clear what is a block level and what is an inline element. Okay. The next is the one more element more oftenly we are using called a that is called a div. What is the div? Okay, so div element is by default is a block element. So either here you can use images here, or you can use paragraphs, or you can use video tags, or you can use audio tags. So we can use anything. So that is the div is a one thing, is a it is the taking a it is a block element, and it is taking to add some space inside here. We can use any type of element here: image, audio, video, text, paragraph, anchor tag, so anything, span tag. So this is the how we can say, like the div element. So div means what? It is like a container, you can say. The next one is what? The classes. So classes and the ID attribute. So for this, I will take one more example. So index 7.html. So this is very important. So here, what I will do, H, h2 class and ID attribute attributes. What is an attribute? So attribute will come here in the start tag of element. So let's say I will take a style is an attribute. Okay, so like that. So class and the ID attributes are there. So just we'll discuss here. Okay, first what I will do, I will take a one h1. This is a first heading. Then I will take one paragraph. I will add some dummy text. So this is live param is a dummy text. So this is a one paragraph. Then I will add a one horizontal line. So I will take a one more h1. This is a second paragraph. So then paragraph, I will add a live param dummy text, and will add here. Okay, so then I will add a one more horizontal line. So to make a one line, then I will add a h1. This is a third paragraph. Then I will add a live param element text. Control S will break this one. Control S, right click, open with the live server. What is this? What is the difference? So there are one header, second header, third header is there. Alternative, we have para 1, para 2, para 3. Yes, I will show here the trick here. So first, what I want to do, so this code is aligned something like that. Randomly, it is sitting one. It is not a proper. So if you want to fit properly, that is one package is called the prettier. So there is a format document is there. If I do click format document, see how it looks now. Earlier how it is there, it will like this. I will do right click format document means it will format. So if you want to happen this format extension means, so just go here. So search for the prettier, pretty. So prettier is a one extension. So it will align your code properly. So already I have installed. So you just install, then it will align your code properly. Or else, see, if I given means it is like I have to scroll down and see and all it will know. So I don't want to do this one. Right click, format document means, so it will be H1. This is the paragraph start and end. So this is how it will looks. Okay, so now my requirement is that for the paragraph I want a different color, and the text I want a different color. So how to do this one? Right click, inspect. I will write a color. So something color is called blue. Okay. Text align should be center, and font size is large. Okay. And font family cursive emoji monospace I will use. Okay. I will copy, right click, copy. If I reload means it will goes. So I will apply for this header. So style, paste it. Control S. But the same style should be applied for the all the class, all the headers. So how to do? I have to go for the second header, paste it. So now the second header also it is applied, and I will go here, third header also this one. So what is happening here? The same style I have written one location, second location, third location. So to overcome this problem, so I will use a one thing called a style dot my class, open close brace, control V. So instead of this one, I will just remove this one. See, this is at the three location is there. So I will remove all the at a three location. Save it, run it. So it is gone. So now I have defined one class, then I have applied here. So here what happens, instead of here I will use that class name. Class, what is the class name? So then class my class, class my class, control S. See here. So what is the advantage is there? I have written a one time as a class, wherever I want I am using. I might use a thousand times. So I am using the one class. So that is why. So I don't want to here for the second one. I will remove this one. For second one, I want a different one. So what I will do, uh, I will use a one more class name. You can use anything X, Y, Z, open close brace. So everything I will use the same. I will just use a other color, yellowish, and double X large, and cursive. So here what happens, for this second paragraph I will use a class name. What is the class name? XYZ. So XYZ, control S, run it. See here. So what is the use of class in the sense? So I'm going to create some set of a CSS. So I'm giving a one class name. So wherever I need I'm using this class name. So that is called the class. Okay. So here what happens? So here the I can write a style for this one paragraph. How to write a style? Right click, inspect. So this is the paragraph is there, right? So I will write a border 2 pixel solid uh, dark cyan, something like that. Okay, so I will set a width is around 400 pixel. Okay, and I will use a background color something alias blue. Okay, so font size is extra large, and font family something cursive emoji. So fantasy I will use. Okay, so I have copied this one. Control C. If I reload means, so I want to directly, I want to apply for all the paragraph means, so how to do? I will use a P, open close brace, and control V. For the all the paragraph in the project, it is going to be apply this style. Control S. If I just go here, see here. So if you want to set in the center, so I will use a. So you no need to worry about the CSS. Okay, it is understand. Let is okay. If not understand, no worries. So we are going to be discussing the CSS part. So what I will do, margin left 500 pixel. So I will use a 600 pixel. Got it. So this is how it will work. So again, I don't want to apply for all the paragraph. I want to apply same color for first one and two, but third one is this one, a different one. For that, what I will do, I have to use a, instead of a paragraph, I will use a something called a para class. So where I want to add inside a first class name, so para class, and a third one with paragraph class, para class, control S. See here. For second one, it is not applied. Okay. But first one, third one is applied. So if you want to apply a different color for the this one, so I will use the same content. So some para class 2, open close brace, control V. I will use something different. Okay. And background, I will use so this is the background, and I will use the color, text color will be white. Control S. If I just go here, so I have defined the para class 2, but I need to assign here for here class. Control V, Control S, run it, see. So why we need a classes? So classes is a one thing. I am going to be write a some set of a CSS. So that CSS I am defining the classes wherever I want. So I will associate with that the tag or a element. Okay, so this is the class. Then why we need a attribute? Okay, so I will just show one example. Then we will stop the today's session. So just I will use a one at id attribute. So whenever you're dealing with the what we can say multiple items, so you are going to be go with the id attribute. So if you want to use the id attribute, so just I will use a one paragraph dummy text. I will use a id hello. So if it is a class, the dot will come. See, if it is a class, dot will come. If it is ID, the hash will come. Hash, hello, open close brace. So I can copy this one, or else I will copy, control C, control V. So I will use a 20 pixel border, 20 pixel thickness I added. Color, and this one I will change to some other something, this color and white. Yeah. Uh, then fantasy, yeah, dark blue, something like that. Control S or run it. See here, 20 pixel I have used this one. So here I am using the hash means, so that is the ID attribute. Okay, so this is how it will works. Okay, so ID means the hash will come. So class means the dot will come. So that is we are going to be discussed deeper in the coming